Let's go.
This is it right here.
You're listening to the hottest radio show in LA. Wait a minute. You're listening to the hottest radio show across the planet.
This is it right here.
Yeah, you know what it is. It's time for Hot Seat LA with your hosts Dave Brown, Natalie J, and DJ Q Nice. So strap in and hold on tight. You're in the hot seat now. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
It's the hottest radio show ever.
1.
Well, my. Looks like we are back. We are back. We want to welcome everybody out there in La La Land on Hot Seat LA on Dash Talk X Radio. Who's in the house right now? Who do I have to my left here?
We got Natalie J in the house.
Natalie J, and then who's over here?
DJ Q Nice.
DJ Q Nice, and then after that I have no, we're not gonna bring him in just yet. We're not gonna bring him in not just yet. Because he got the hot hand. You know, I can always say if I pass him the ball, I'm gonna get a nice 3.
A dunk.
Crossover dunk. Oh, he gets to the rim. But we're gonna holler back at him. But we want to talk to everybody out there in La La Land and who's driving home right now because I know there's a lot of traffic.
A lot of traffic out there.
A lot of traffic coming in, and a lot of traffic going back out. So, we want to start with. We want to hit everybody with what? What news do we want to hit everybody with right now?
Well, let's talk about Eddie Murphy.
Huh?
Yeah,
Eddie Murphy.
He's going back to his roots to do what most people thought would never happen.
He's
hosting. Yeah, well, he's hosting Saturday Night Live.
Wow.
SNL just announced Eddie will be hosting December 21st episode. It's the first time he's doing this in 35 years.
Wow.
35 years.
Yeah, I'm gonna tune in. Are you gonna tune in?
He's a great. You got to tune in.
Yes, but Eddie Murphy's also making a long-anticipated big screen return with Coming to America sequel, and he's also been spotted in Georgia, and he will be playing Prince Hakeem. Did you ever see Coming to America?
Of course I did.
What?
Did you see it?
I saw it.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
Yo, Natalie don't go watch no black movies. She didn't watch Black Panther. You know she didn't watch Coming to America.
I did. Prince Hakeem. He was the prince.
No. He was saying, did you see Black Panther is what he was saying.
No.
Oh,
I actually did see Black Panther. I saw it on Netflix.
When?
Last week.
Last week?
And we've been doing this for how long now? Almost a year, and you just now watching Black Panther?
Last week.
I've been tuning into Jane the Virgin.
I'm taking your black card away.
Last week.
You can't date no more black guys until you really watch Black Panther, because I know you didn't watch Black Panther. I know you bullshit me right now.
But are you
Am I right?
That's right. Last week.
Coming to America sequel is going to be really great. I'm
But you know
looking
what?
forward to it.
Yeah, I gotta commit, because Eddie Murphy is like that guy, the king. You know, he's the one that. There's great movies that are out there, like Harlem Nights.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Yes.
That's great, right? But think about all the pressure that he had on him, bringing all those personalities in one room.
Oh, man. Yeah.
All those greats that all
a
passed
lot.
away, bless their souls, but they were all greats. And so I remember talking to Robbie Reed. Robbie Reed is one who cast.
And she was in it.
Yep. She cast Harlem Nights. And she said that Eddie had to let Richard Pryor, and Richard Pryor wanted Eddie's role.
Okay.
And he's like, hey, wait, no, I got one for you. And so I got to commend and give him much love, because that's what it's all about, bringing all the greats to the screen. When's the last time you seen a movie where you had all the greats in?
Man, it's been a minute.
It's been a long time.
A long time.
So Eddie Murphy being gone for so long, I think everybody's looking forward to him coming back again and being on SNL. Because that's where it all started.
Yeah.
Right before the holiday season.
Exactly. What else is cracking?
Well, let's talk about the Dancing with the Stars. It's been revealed, just to name a few of the cast members. Your friend, Ray Lewis.
My dog.
Yes.
My dog.
Did he even tell you he was going to participate in Dancing with the Stars?
Yo, D Breezy. When I get on, he gonna dance. And I ain't gonna lie.
He can dance.
Hey, you see it?
I've seen him dance before. He got little moves.
Every time he get on the field, he does his little dance.
Okay. And Lamar Odom, 2-time champion.
Wow.
Okay, so right now, who do you think is winning out of Lamar and Ray right now?
I would have to say Ray Lewis.
Okay,
I'm gonna
Ray
go
Lewis.
with Ray.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ray. Okay,
Yeah.
Ray. Okay, who
We
else?
have to go with Ray, and we got Christy Brinkley, and we got Sean Spicer. He's the former White House press secretary.
Why is he on there?
Hey,
Yeah,
they got to
that's-
mix it
that's-
up, get different type of people on. They got the athletes, they got
Talk
the
about
models,
mixing it up.
They got the actresses, the pop singers, and they had to do with the press secretary.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Press secretary. Okay, who else?
Yeah, well, that show's actually going to be airing September 16 on ABC. And, I heard they make $50,000 per episode.
Wow.
probably do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I
one
would
of the
dance my
highest
ass
shows.
off just to stay on the show to get that 50 grand.
Everybody won it. Look at Alfonso Ribeiro did it, and he won.
Okay.
Yeah, true.
That's right. That's right.
That's some good money.
Man.
What else is going on?
Well, let's talk about some sports.
Okay.
You know, it's football season. So there's something for you to do, Dave. Well, the San Francisco 49ers defeated, I know, the Kansas City Chiefs 27-17. And let me tell you, Jeff Wilson Jr. led the 49ers backfield with 12 carries for 45 yards on 2 touchdowns against the Chiefs. And now the 49ers are 3-0. I'm surprised. I am really surprised because your team last year sucked and they're actually doing something this year.
Natalie, how many rings you have?
Oh.
How many rings does the Rams have?
My team went to Super Bowl. It was just a miscommunication.
I have
with
5 rings. Don't you ever disrespect my 49ers ever again in your life. I got 5 rings, okay?
You know what? I do
time.
actually, I feel this is a good season for the 49ers because they're actually making some moves.
Garoppolo's back, baby. Garoppolo. Jimmy is back.
Well, they're making some
Jimmy's
moves.
back.
Jimmy, where you at, Jimmy?
Jimmy Garoppolo's back. So, we're going to look nice. We're going to be nice. All those 49er fans out there, stand up. Stand up. Woo. Make some noise. Honk your horn right now if you love the 49ers. And they doing it.
Well, I got to talk about my Rams.
What about your Rams?
My Los Angeles Rams. They finally won a preseason game. Yeah, the Rams took care of business this weekend against the Denver Broncos, winning 10-6.
Okay.
But yet, I have not seen the star player, Todd Gurley, play, despite the injury rumors.
Is he still hurt?
Well, Todd is saying he's good. He's ready to get back out in the field and make things happen. And I believe it.
He's got to be. Well, even though he showed up, he did play in the Super Bowl, but I think that it was he was a decoy. He was a decoy. Yeah.
Explain that, please.
He was a decoy. Give him the ball, but let everybody focus on. But he was a decoy, or him running. They thought he was going to get the ball, and then they were doing something else, but they still lost.
I'm still a Rams fan. And I was at the game this past Saturday, and there was a fight that broke out next to me. I was like, oh my gosh.
Who are they fighting over? You?
Yeah.
Once again, she did not invite us.
She never invites anybody.
No, I go with my girls,
Oh,
having
you
fun.
with your
It's a
girls.
girl
Okay.
thing.
That's a girl thing.
But the game was fun, and
was good.
I enjoyed it, and it was fun.
Well, Rams, let's see what you do against the Niners.
I bet you we're going to go to
The dance?
all the way. We're going to go all the way. We did it last year, so we're going to do it again.
Okay. All right. We'll let you think that. You're a Charger anyway. But let's go. What else is going on?
Well, some exciting news. The Big 3 Championship game will be in LA this Sunday, September 1st at the Staples Center. The Killer Threes versus the Triplets.
The Triplets?
How exciting is this? This
mean-
is going to be a great game. I'm going to be there.
There's
Once again,
it's all good. It's good. It's good. I think the Big 3 is something that's huge. We have somebody here that played in the Big 3 as well. We're gonna talk to him about that.
What?
But we got somebody on the line though that is on part of the Big 3.
okay. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Steven Jackson. Are you there?
Sir, what's going on?
Hey,
Steve, what's up, buddy?
What's going on?
How y'all doing?
Hey, we doing
Good,
good out
man.
here. Welcome to Hot Seat LA, brother.
Man, glad to be here. What's going on?
Oh man, we down here. We down here getting it on live on Hot Seat LA, and we're talking about the Big 3, man. Something that you're in, and you're in the championship. Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Yes.
Appreciate it. Ready to work.
You still putting out that work, brother. You still put out. You hustle. You still do your thing. Just talk about what's the difference from the NBA to the Ball 3.
Well, the difference between the NBA and the Big 3 is basically just two things. It's half court and it's 10 games. It's 10 weeks out the summer, 10 different cities, 10 different states. And, it's just an opportunity for guys like me who still play the game at a high level, still love to play the game of basketball. I get to play it on that big NBA stage again. And also, build that camaraderie that I've built over the years with the guys I've been playing against. It's just a platform for us to do what we do.
Right. So there's a lot of players that came back to the Big 3 and were not able to compete like they did when they were in the NBA. Have you seen a lot? There's a lot more injuries this year than last year or the first year you was there?
It's basically the same. I think guys are starting to understand that the Big 3 is not the league that you can just work out a week before the season starts and think you're going to come and do work. It don't work like that. Like guys like me and Joe Johnson and Frank Nitti, a lot of guys play all year round and work out all year round because they still love the game and they appreciate the game, so they treat the game the right way. And the guys that flourish in the league are the guys who take the game serious, who come to compete. And guys that don't take it serious, they don't last long, and they normally play 1 year, and the next year they don't get drafted.
So how do you stay in shape to play that game on a consistent basis? I mean, you know, it's within your genes, of course, but then there's some people that get some injuries, and I mean, you playing all year round like this. I mean, how do you stay in shape and as you get older and older?
Yeah, I'm 41, and I work out every day, man. I play 3 or 4 times a week all year round. Like, I really love the game. Like, when the NBA pushed me away, I wasn't done. I had a lot of basketball left, but I still play. You know, I never walked away from the game. I've always played. So when the opportunity came 3 years ago, I fell in love with it and just prepared for it every year because I automatically work out. So this is nothing new to me. I've always approached the game and played it with 110%. And as long as God give my body the strength and the ability to play it, I'm gonna play it.
That's what's up.
Well, Jack, it's Nat. I wanted to ask you, what is it like being a captain with some of the guys you play with in the NBA?
You know, it's cool because, you know, with the big three, the game is different. But playing with guys that you've been knowing all your life, and like even now having the opportunity to win a championship with a guy like Frank Nitti, who I made a captain, who everybody counted out, who never got a shot in the NBA, but he's one of the best players in the Drew League, and he's destroyed a lot of NBA players who just never got an opportunity. Okay. So it feels extra sweet, Nat, to have a guy like that, an underdog like that, and also a guy like C.J. Watson, who I played with in the NBA, but he didn't get a good shot as well. To have an opportunity to win a championship with him on a high level, so it's all the hard work paying off, and just to have this opportunity is a blessing, and we want to just take advantage of it.
Okay. Well, we have someone else here that wants to ask you a question.
You gonna follow the game plan I gave you?
Huh?
Are you gonna follow the game plan I gave you?
What's the game plan?
You already know who this is.
Who is it?
One and only, baby, Agent Zero.
Oh, my God. What's up, Gil?
What's up, baby? How you doing?
Hey, listen. I copy and pasted your scout report to my whole team, my brother. It couldn't be better. We ready.
I know you ready for it, man. Y'all been doing great the whole season, man. I mean, I'm just proud of you and everything you accomplished for the last 3 years, just holding it down, holding your body up. I know it was a scare at the beginning of the season, and we thought you was gonna miss. I remember you texting me saying, "Yeah, I might miss the first 5 weeks." Right. And then you was already back, week 2, fighting through it. So that speaks volumes for who you are as a person.
Man, I appreciate it, Gil. I like one thing about people don't know. We talked before the season. We talked before you signed with Big Three. But one thing about it, very people like they was asking me about the Big Three. Very few people know how we approach the game and how the game has changed our lives. So even if we can't give 110%, we love the game enough to give what we have, right. and not keep the game. And that's what a lot of people don't understand, why we still playing the Big Three. We might be dragging a leg, but this game has done a lot for us, and we still got love for it.
Yeah, what's so funny is everybody's like, yo, why you not doing what Joe Johnson, did? I didn't want to tell nobody. I already had 2 meniscus tears and a cyst behind my knee going into the season. So
you had to have a test run, Gil.
Yeah, but me, I was like, you know what? I'm here for the entertainment part. I need to, put some eyes on the Big Three. So I'm just gonna talk my shit and just get everybody looking at the Big Three. Right. That was me. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, I can't. It's too late for me to get a surgery for the Big Three. So all I'm gonna do is just get in shape, go out there, give what I can give, but put my mouth to work.
Well, see, that's why I gotta ask both of you guys, because playing in the Big Three, this is some Ice Cube put together. Mm-hmm. Did you guys ever think about this being something that you would do after playing professionally? I mean, because we know a half court game is like everybody can easily, quickly get back on defense. It's easy. It's harder to score, right? On a half court game.
It's different. Like somebody like Stack. You don't know when you're not going to be picked up in the league. You know, it's not one of those things where it's like, all right, after I'm done, 41, he can still play in the league. That's the mindset. I can still play in the league. You know, you guys are just not giving me the opportunity. So, like playing 3-on-3 gives him a chance to go out there and perform. For me, game 1 was just different. It's shooting and then running to go find my man instead of running back on defense. So it's actually more energy consuming than an actual game, because I can shoot a 3 and then jog back and wait for my guy to come. Here, I shoot a 3, I got to go run to go find where my guy is, and he might be on the other side of the court.
Right.
So it's always constant moving.
The game is way faster, and like you said, like once you get a shot, you throw it right out and take it ball out, man coming right back at you.
Right.
So it turns around. But Gil, to touch your point earlier, you did what you did. It was definitely beneficial for the league, because I know for a fact my jersey hasn't been on the site. It's been sold out since year 1. Your jersey been sold out before the game 1. So whatever you did, it worked.
Okay.
And that's it's just me. The conversations I was having with Cube is, listen, the Pioneers are here now. They're not your future. So while I'm a Pioneer, I'm just going to piggyback off what the Steven Jacksons did from day 1 and just bring a whole nother mentality to it. Bring in the social media, bring in the mascot, talk shit. I was trying to divide and have my own fan section. I didn't like the idea that we go in and everybody cheer for the sake. No. That's not how we do this, baby. We the enemies. We want our own cheering section, so you can cheer and you can boo that other team. That's how I want to do it. And that's what I was bringing, just awareness, excitement, different. And Joe Johnson brought the entertainment on the court part. Right. I bring the entertainment and just let the players do what they do.
So then, if we go back, Steven, I got to ask you this question, because you and Charles Oakley went at it a little bit on the bench one time where he wanted to pull you out of the game. You didn't want to come out. Was that planned, or was that some real stuff?
Nah, ain't nothing about me planned. Ain't nothing about my life scripted. This is I'm too fresh to be stale. Ain't no way that could be scripted. Me and Oak, we one and the same. I start calling myself Lil Oak, because the passion to win and the attitude and the fight to win, we both have that in common. And he loves the game, and deep down inside, he wish he can go out there and do a lot of things, but he's kind of living through us. And to have a guy like Oak, who we all look up to, coaching us, and to be able to win a championship with him at the helms, it only looked good for us, but it looked good for him, because even with the New York shit, with the owner, all that shit, like a lot of people say a lot about Oak, but as players and as guys younger than him, we all respect him. So we one in the same, man. We gonna bump heads, but we brothers.
Right.
Yeah, that's so funny. That's what NBA, and that's what the fans don't understand. That, listen, NBA players that are athletes, period. When you're a team, you're actually family. Right. With family, disagreements, fight, bickering. But at the end of the day, the real enemy is your opponent. So we get past this little ticky-tack and we focus on what's real. But because we're around each other so much, that fights and arguments happen because of the competition and the competitiveness.
Right. And that happens all in the league. That's just within the game, the love of the game. That's good. So
it comes from a genuine place too. I mean, if I have a guy on my team that don't get mad, or I don't get into it, or he don't show no passion about the game, I can't play with him, because we have nothing in common. We don't build together.
Exactly.
So you guys, when they were picking, because you guys picked up new players, or is it the same players from last year?
I got 3 new players. I had Chauncey for the last 2 years, but he was, he couldn't play. He was just holding up a captain spot. But this year, I got Frank Nitti, C.J. Watson, and I added Dante Green, and also I added Eddie Carey. The only guy from last year is Josh Powell.
Okay.
What NBA players did you look up to before you came in the league? Like, you was like, that's who I wanted to become.
I grew up idolizing Grant Hill and Scottie Pippen. That's why I patterned my game after those 2 guys.
Okay. And so but you have that rough, like, you got that Charles Oakley too. Like you said, you are Charles Oakley Jr. Because
But that comes from growing up in Port Arthur, Texas.
Okay.
You know, that comes from growing up, you know, in a city where it was one high school, eight sets of projects around the high school, one grocery store. You know, that comes from that environment of having to fight and, you know, having a tough attitude just to walk down the street. You know what I mean? And if people know me, people know I'm the best person to be around. If I'm with you, I'm 100% loyal to you. But at the same time, I don't take no shit, you know, and I hate fake people. That's what bothers me more than anything, fake people. So, you know, it's just where I come from. That it taught me that growing up, you had to be somewhat tough, but at the same time, you got to respect who respect you.
So if you think about any story in the NBA, something that you remember that you will never, ever forget, Steven Jackson, what would that story be?
Oh, man, definitely getting in that shootout in Indiana.
Wow.
Getting hit by a car. We was coming out of the club. We was in training camp. We was coming out of the club, and some guys ended up chasing Jamal Tinsley outside the club. And as I was leaving out the parking lot, I saw him. And me being the guy I am, like I said, I'm a loyal teammate. The year before, I just ran in the stands helping Ron. And Jamal was running out the club. I backed my car up because I see him running out, and I hop on my car. And I had a gun license at the time, and I run up on the guys, seeing they getting ready to jump on Jamal. I get there just in time where I end up, you know, hitting one of them with the gun, and we end up fighting and all kind of stuff. I end up there's like 20 of those guys, so I end up getting surrounded by those guys. And me being in that situation, you know, many times as a youngster, I don't want to get club punched or blindsided where I'm knocked out and they stumping me out in the parking lot. So I let off a couple warning shots.
In the air.
Yeah, I let off a couple warning shots, and as that happened, guys started running. The security grabbed me and pushed me towards my car. Well, as I was running to my car, I put my gun back in my holster. It was a guy that was with him had already had plans on hitting me with his car. So as I'm running to my car, he darted out the parking lot about 40 miles per hour and hit me. Knocked me in the air, and the momentum of the car, I go in the air, my face hit the ground, and from the momentum of the car, I'm just following the car, my teeth just flying out my mouth, I'm just hitting the car, boom, boom, from the momentum. Wow. As I stand up and feel my lips are shattered, all my teeth gone, I stand up, but I'm just happy I'm not dead, I'm alive, and my legs wasn't gone. So as I stood up, he had to reverse back out the parking lot. And as he did that, you know, one of my teammates ended up shooting at the car, and I gained my wits and ended up shooting at the car. And as I ended up shooting my last bullet, and my gun was empty, I ended up coming back to my feeling my face and seeing all the blood, and ended up passing out and woke up in a police car. That's the last thing I remember.
I'm gonna piggyback off this story. Right? No. I'm gonna piggyback off this story. So, with my gun thing, right? When I had the meeting with David Stern, I said, listen, I done read every goddamn gun thing that happened in this NBA. I said, from Telfair on a plane, so you can't use that to try to suspend me. I said, that's 3 games. I said, Steven Jackson outside shot his gun, 7 games. So I said, 4 unloaded guns in the locker room that I claimed, not no one seen, I claimed. I'm looking at 1 game, sir. I said, so this 50. So I said, this 50 game y'all talking about? No, that ain't gonna fly. I already went through it all. The most you can suspend me is 1 game. You know what they suspended me for, Steven?
What?
Detrimental to the team. The biggest smoke mirror in the NBA history.
Wow.
I never
so much bullshit.
I never got suspended for a game for gun because I never touched the gun. They suspended me for detrimental to the team because I did the mimicking in Philly.
Wow.
Before pregame. So they said I was mentally unstable so they can hold the 50 games over me.
Can't get him on that. We can get him on this.
Yeah.
Wow. It's crazy.
Well, see, that right there is crazy. Woo! But you know, let everybody out there in La La Land right now know who's going to win the game on Sunday.
Hey man, I mean, you know, question. Y'all know me, my team confident. We definitely focus on winning. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we've been counted out a lot, and we know the task. We know we plan to get the MVP. Joe having a hell of a season. One thing about me, I give respect where respect due. But at the end of the day, they have to win it. And we have the confidence. We have the same guys. We have the same talent they have. So we're going to go out there and plan on winning this game. They're going to have to take it from us, and that's going to always be our attitude regardless who out there.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be a good game this
week. So what's your social media so everybody in La La Land can follow you, man? Because this is going to be a great game this weekend at Staples Center. What's your social media?
underscore stack STAK5 underscore. On IG, I don't use all of that stuff.
We want to thank you so much for coming on Hot Seat LA on Dash Radio.
Nah, man. Hey, man, it's all good. And that, you family. If damn sure if y'all told me Gil was on there, I'd been a call earlier.
Well, yo, please come. Hey, man, whenever you can. Hey, y'all go ahead and get that title, man. Yes. And then hopefully we can get you to come in studio and talk about it, man, because, yo, you are definitely one of NBA's greatest players that everyone loves to watch and see you do your thing. So continued success and much love. And, hey, be safe out there, brother.
And thank you.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Okay, all right, see you Sunday.
Hey. Woo, that's great.
That's great.
That's great. Yo, great stories.
Yo, that brings me to this, Gil, because that was a big moment in your life, in your career, when the gun thing went down in the locker room. I mean, catch everybody up on that situation, and because I mean, what you said right there is something that we can bring back.
You know, it's not as big as everyone thought it was. Wanted it to be. You know, you have to be a competitor to understand. You know, when you're competing, you're in the NBA, you're just sports. You have to be really competitive to understand when you don't back down from challenges. Right. Like it's from running to the gas station, who can do this the fastest. That's just what we do. Nature. It's just the nature of us. Right. So when we have the argument, everybody's like, it's over money. Dude, there's no amount of money that two NBA players is going to argue about. Right. It's not about the money. It's about how he's losing money and me aggravating him at that moment. $200 and I'm making fun of the $200 and how he looks losing $200. That's the frustrating part. It's not the money. So when you say, oh, I'm going to do this as a competitor, you're going to do what? Prove it to me.
Right.
I want to see your cojones. I want to see the balls you say you're carrying. So to add to your what's the name? I'm gonna bring them to you just to see you do it. So when you do have those big balls, let me know. And that's what it was. It wasn't we're gonna pull out the guns and I'm gonna just pop. Like, come on, dude. We're teammates. Like this is my brother. Like it's not the danger part of it. This is like, yo, he put his big boy shoes on. I wanted to see if he was gonna fill them. So they blew it all out of proportion. Yeah. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, here on Hot Seat LA, we're in La La Land on Dash Talk X Radio. We have Gilbert Arenas in the house, y'all. He's with us. He's here for the rest of the time. No. Don't try to introduce me halfway through the show. They know who it is now, goddammit. They know who it is now. Shit. But we happy to have you.
We're so happy to have you.
We just want to go in and just start talking. Yes. I've known you ball all the time. You from here, from LA, the Valley, went to Grant High School. Okay. Went to Arizona, and then got drafted. And when you got drafted, the first thing you bought was what? The first thing. Before I got drafted, when I declared, bought me an Escalade. Remember 2002, 2001? That shit was popping, baby. Think about it. Like, remember 2001 when that Escalade popped off? Every NBA player. So when I came in, I'm watching Gary Payton drive down with the blue, watching Timberlake. Everybody, give me the Escalade. I want the 5 TVs. They was like Gary Payton got mink on the floors. Look, I don't know how much meat costs, but I just gonna keep the regular carpet. But I do the 5 TVs with the speakers in it. I can do that. I can afford that. So I spent half my check, not knowing it was gonna be half the check. Half my check at that time on my Escalade.
Wow.
Escalade.
Well, being a player that's been in both the NBA and the Big Three, what are some similarities and differences you've seen with the two?
We go from the Escalade and what
I
ball
know,
to
but I wanna,
the Big Three. You was just stuck on that question. You was just gonna be stuck on the question about the damn Big Three.
I just want to know, playing in the Big Three, it's obviously different than playing in the NBA.
Yeah,
is the luxury still the same with you guys going to the hotels, you guys flying on your own plane? Are they treating you the same way, or is it really big difference?
Okay, when it comes to traveling, obviously the NBA is.
Okay, so the NBA.
NBA is different because you got your own private plane. You can do whatever you want.
So when you fly on the Big Three, playing for the Big Three, are you guys flying on a private plane?
No. It's first class. Whatever ticket you get. But when it comes to flying, we don't worry about stewardess telling us to power down your phone, like power down my what? I'm talking in the mid-air, like yeah, we're about to go click. Like, that's how we were.
Yeah.
Give me the peanut butter jelly and the grape soda and give me some of that. It's like we run the plane. So coming to a regular plane, you just like seat belt. What do you mean seat belt? Like, what do I need a seatbelt? If it goes down, goddamn it, the seatbelt ain't
goes down.
You start thinking like, but we play, we have fun. The big three, same hotels.
Okay.
I was surprised.
Still 5-star?
Oh yeah, I was surprised about that. But
Really?
we was in the big boy, got the big boy suite. Come on, man, I'm Agent Zero, so I was living fabulous.
Okay.
Yeah. I was living fabulous.
Made a lot of money.
But other than that, the crowd was in it, the fans is in it, the crowds is sold out. So you have all that aspect, but it's two different leagues. One is a startup league. Obviously the NBA is, franchise.
Yeah.
So Cube and them is still trying to figure out what they're doing, but you got to remember it is Cube, so he ain't gonna be in
Definitely
the Motel 6. I can tell you that for sure. He's gonna be in the W. He gonna be in the W. Yeah. So it's just a different game. It's taking back youth basketball when you was outside with your friends and making it professional.
okay.
So let me go back to let's talk about this. When you get into the NBA, there's a game when you're welcome to the NBA that you remember. When you came in the NBA, there was a game that you played in where you say, "I got this," to where you felt like you when you said, "I am a star." What game do you remember that made you go, "I'm a star"? Because you are one of those point guards that you got to say, "Oh man, this dude takes over a whole game."
It was probably the playoff game against the Chicago Bulls when we were up 20 and they came back. Pargo, Kirk Heinrich, Duhan, they made a great comeback and tied the game up. I'm on the sideline and I blacked out.
What?
Like mentally blacked out because it's like I went into a whole nother dimension. Like, so Eddie's joining. To be honest, I don't know what they was doing on this side, but all I'm seeing is me hitting the shot, going that way. So when he said, "All right, break," Gilbert, did you get the play? Yeah, I got that. Hey, and then I call my own play. Yo,
Give me the ball.
Just give me the ball. I got this. You know what I mean? But at this time in the game, I have not played well. I'm 2 for 15. Larry Hughes is on fire.
Right.
So when I got the ball, I'm sitting there sizing them up. Like I already envisioned where I'm going, right? It's crowded. Mm-hmm. Oh, Larry dips out. Like, oh, he must have read my mind. Perfect. Soon as he takes off, I go. Got into the spot, and it's like, shoot now. Boom. All right. And it's just like, and then it went in, it just all played the part.
Right.
And I was like, oh, this is me now. Oh, I hit the shot, game winner. I don't know what you, Larry. Was that supposed to be a double screen? My bad, coach. Like, yeah, I got you next time, bro. This was my moment, and then from there, it elevated my mental. You got to remember, when you're in the NBA, you are talented.
Right.
There's no bums.
Right.
They're bums compared to what we see of other professional athletes, but when it comes to regular folks, no, that's an elite player.
Right.
So from there, it just becomes mental, tapping into something greater than what your mindset was.
So you go into a zone, and from there on, that zone is give me the ball.
Yeah, the zone was give me the ball. Like I already had give me the ball moments, but this was in a playoff big stage. And then I remember Kobe after said, "Oh, he hit that shot. What is he going to do now?" Next game-winning block. And then from there, we win that series, get blown out. But going into the summer, it was like, yo, I need to tap into something different.
So you had a lot of non-believers out there. You had a lot of non-Gilbert Arena believers out there that didn't think that you was going to be a force in the NBA.
Coming into the NBA, no bullshit. Coming to the NBA, I was the tweener guard that wasn't in the NBA yet. There was no lane for me. It was, you're too small for two. You're not a point guard to run an offense. So now I have to. So I'm sitting in this no man zone, right? Coach puts me in and says, just go out there and play.
Wow.
Wow.
Best
Okay.
advice.
So, so I'm like, all right, well, I don't even know what that means. Just go out there and make plays. And then Antoine Jameson says, yo, score the fucking ball, bro. Do what you do. Do what I do. First play, look, this first play is 1-4 flat. Like, it was just, that was a play that, like, everyone always hears me say 1-4 flat because that's what I seen Jordan and Kobe do. Jordan, 1-4, ISO, you're the star at the end of the game, hit the big moment. Well, I decided I'm going to use this as an actual play when I want to bucket. So, first play, 1-4 flat, score. All right, coach calls another play. Antoine say, same play. Okay, 1-4 flat. And then it becomes, oh, my leader, the leader says So I became the guy they sent to go get the other assassin. So that's who that's like, I wasn't the captain of the Washington Wizards.
Right.
I was the assassin of the Washington Wizards.
Okay.
When Antoine and Karan wanted someone throat slash, they sent me at him.
Finish him.
And that's who I was. I had my job. See, this is what the NBA don't realize now. Just because you're the max player,
Right.
you have your role. Let everybody do their role.
Right.
If you think you're the max player and you need to suck in everybody's role, like, yo, I'm the tough guy. No, that's not what you do. Let the tough guy be the tough guy. Sure. Let the defensive guy if that's if Draymond Green is the vocal guy, let him do him. Stop trying to mute him. That's his job.
Everybody got to
let him do his job.
Right.
Let Curry do his job. Let Clay do his job. Like, everybody has a job to do, and if you don't allow it, then it becomes, oh, he's a bad locker room guy. No, he's a bad locker room guy because that coach decides he wants to try to control the locker room. Right. That's not your place, bro.
Right.
You coach in practice and in the game. The locker room checks itself. There's checks and balances.
That's right.
So I see you staring at me. I know I'm cute, but I'm pretty sure you're staring at me to give me one of those questions on your piece of paper. So let me hear it.
Goes.
Let me hear it.
I got to put you in the hot seat.
Uh-oh.
The hot seat is a question where it's kind of like, are you going to answer it or you're not going to answer it?
You didn't do it the right way. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for Natalie to put Gilbert Arenas in the hot seat.
You see, just me being here threw her off. She don't even know how to. She don't even know how to present it anymore.
I'm a little, blushing. And, Well, is it true that you faked an injury that way that Nick Young can get some playing time?
Yes.
And why? Yeah. What? Why would you fake an injury that way? You're not going to be playing. You're going to be benched. You have a possibility of getting released from the team.
What?
Release for girl? I was the max player. Release for this ain't football, guys. This ain't the Rams. You just ain't gonna be cutting me.
He ain't gonna get paid the amount of money he getting paid. Talking about, yo, he gonna be sitting.
He gonna be sitting like that. That's what they wanted. They don't want to do that.
Right.
No. So it was one of those things where it's like I seen this young upcoming talent.
Okay.
That needed playing time.
Right.
So I'm sitting here like. It's preseason. Let's just get that. Let's preseason. It's not a real game.
So it's just preseason.
So, but it's one of those things where I need. No, I'm lying. This was a real game.
Okay.
But it was one of those things where I need him to have confidence. You got to remember, it's all about confidence. So if I have a guy that I see has a motor, but he can't get on this court, okay, one of us need to move. I'ma move. My knee's a little sore anyway, so let me go ahead and fake like it really hurts just so he can get 20, 30 minutes.
Right.
It was worth it when you think about it because that game, he did perform well, and then he became a nice asset.
Yeah.
It cost me $50,000 where the motherfucker probably still owes me 50 G's, Chief. I want my money, Nick. I want my money.
Nick, you hear that?
That's what I said. It cost me 50, but to see what it led to was more important. That's what I said.
Indeed.
Sometimes you just gotta. Was it a smart move? No.
But wait, how did anybody know that you faked it?
I said it.
You said it?
You gotta remember back then. You gotta remember back then. I didn't like. I that's what people. I don't lie. Like, yo, did you? Yeah, I faked that motherfucker so he can play. He got 20 tonight. What's happening? What's wrong with it? It's one of those things, and that it's like people want honesty, but they really don't want honesty.
True.
They don't.
So you were just being a good friend, looking out for him and getting him a chance to shine.
I was trying to see what the future looked like.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah, I definitely
I respect it because when you go into battle, you really want to know if these guys can really run with you.
That's what I said. You don't know what a teammate is until a battle actually comes. See, everyone like the Steven Jacksons, right? You have two animals there. You have the nice team guy. I mean, he would die for his team.
Right.
But again, you got the guy who would die for his team. So that means this good guy who's all team oriented would take all the sacrifice and all the bad publicity to sacrifice and make the star players look good. So he will get the bad rap for being a bad teammate when it's the other way around. He's such a great teammate that he'll let you dirty him up to keep the clean players looking clean.
I like that. Yeah.
And that's what ends up happening.
Right.
That, when you look around in sports and you see the Terrell Owens and all these guys, the narrative now is, oh, these guys are bad locker room guys because they have passion.
Because they love the game.
Because they love the game that much that they want everybody to be great with them.
Yes.
That's what it is. They want everybody to be great also. Because if I wake up at 3 a.m.,
right,
I expect you to too. I expect you to have the same passion that I have.
So that goes back to that man. It goes back to that man, Michael Jordan. He makes everyone great on the court. So is he a bad player? Is he a bad locker room player?
No.
See, no, what I'm saying is because he does demand a lot from his players, correct?
Yes, he demands a lot, but as long as you're winning, everyone's good. It's when you're losing when you become a bad locker room guy. There was something that was written about Kobe, right? And I think it just came out today when Kobe said, Shaq. I would have won 12 championships if Shaq wasn't lazy.
Wasn't lazy. I saw that.
Now think about the mindset. You got to remember, Kobe played a long time without Shaq. Right? He played 20 years. How many years without Shaq? What? 12?
Yeah.
12 of them? Right? Without him. So that means you only played eight something, with Shaq. But you'd have won 12 championships. But think about the mindset. He demanded so much greatness from his players, and he's seeing this Superman, which Shaq was.
Yeah,
he was the most dominant force. But you're talking about a guy who has to work for every piece of trying to get close to Jordan, and you have this guy who's God-given everything, and he's not working as hard as I am. Ooh. I don't like it. I don't want it here. Get rid of it. As an organization, that was probably the hardest decision they ever made.
Ever. Yes. Because he was there before?
No, but what you have is you have a God right here. This is like Shaquille O'Neal at that time. You are God's son. You're non-replaceable.
Yes. Right.
But you have this younger guy who's a machine saying, hey, him or me. Now you put the organization like, oh shit.
So it's like I got to make a choice.
It's like you making a choice, but you wait till you're in God mode first.
Right.
And they say, hey, you can go with the lazy guy. He'll probably get you a championship or whatever. Or you can go with me, who's going to demand everyone to be great around me.
So we could actually turn that around because Kobe would have never got those rings if it wasn't for Shaq. Am I right or wrong?
No. It's at the end of the day, it really don't even matter because they both needed each other at the right time.
Yes.
Shaq needed a machine, and the machine needed someone dominant until the machine realized it's my turn now. See, and so when you say Kobe wouldn't have won without Shaq, Shaq wouldn't have won without Kobe. Because at the end of the day, as dominant as Shaq was, he still needed someone who tapped into something different.
True.
And Kobe tapped into a whole nother mindset.
And then there was role players that actually gave him those rings.
But that's what I'm saying. But you got to remember who's putting those role players in check? Shaq or Kobe? Kobe. So you got the alpha male who's the young puppy, who's making sure everyone is in check. The only person he can't check is Shaq.
He's big fella.
Because big fella is big fella.
He's big fella.
So now, instead of saying, all right, big fella, get your ass in the gym. I've been here since 6 o'clock. I done worked out 3 times. You coming in at 10:50 and practice at 11. We can't have it.
Right.
No, you can't tell the God that. So Kobe says, all right, well, if I can't tell a God that, then I'm going to tell somebody who's above him, hey, it's me or him. And then if it's him, you take Phil with him. I don't need him.
Right.
I need to show everybody what I am now. Them two leave, he becomes 37, Mamba. And then after he becomes who he is, now he says, okay, I'm back to winning now. What's happening? Who wants to come?
Right. Well, you had some battles. And you had some battles with some players that you like, who you look forward to playing against, and some that you didn't look forward to playing against. Let me hear. Who did you did not want to look forward to playing against?
I didn't look. I mean, because I studied so much that everyone was a challenge because everyone's great at what they do. It was more teams like the Spurs, with the way they structure their lineup. Because you got to remember, I'm a one-on-one player. So that means I'm an assassin at my craft. So I'm only going to be in my element. So now when I decide to go, I got to pay attention to you. I got to pay attention to him. So now mentally, I'm playing a 1 against 5 because you guys move well as a unit, not individual, unit. So now when I went up against somebody, it's, you're going to live the day only because you got a team behind you. The day one of these players, coach makes one wrong sub and fucks this little system y'all got pushing me left and right, and you're done, bro. You're done. So that's how I looked at it. That I studied the game so much that I looked for flaws inside players. So I never paid attention to the defender that was in front of me. He was useless. Because you got to remember, I grew up in the valley.
Right.
At the park. As a kid playing against adults.
Right.
So you got to remember, I'm not playing against youth. I'm not playing against my age group learning basketball. I'm playing against adults.
Yeah.
So, when I'm coming to Valley College against you guys and you guys throwing their elbows, pushing me down, now for me to even, you got to remember.
Yeah, toughened up.
There's no 1-4 flat, again, coming into high school. Like, I'm not getting the fucking ball, so now I got to learn how to move without the ball. Back door, I'm open, back door. Should I played 3 games? I didn't get the ball 1 time.
Right.
Growing up. So now I got to rebound. I got to do other things to be effective. So next week they be like, "Hey, young fella, hey, come on," because you got to remember, if they don't like you, you remember you a kid. The adults, you guys didn't want. You want to win. You ain't trying to play 1 game and then got to sit 3. So if you couldn't perform, they wasn't picking you. So
let me get my man right here.
So me building that growing up, learning how to take and absorb energy, learning how to get around this guy versus this guy. Okay, this guy can't move well, so he's going to use brute strength. So now he wants to hit me. Okay, this guy athletic, so he's going to let me play a little bit more. Then he's going to try to use his athleticism. Okay, he's the smart one. So once I got to the NBA, it was just identifying who was who. Because in my mind, I already played against the NBA players in Valley College when I was in high school because they were way better than me.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, we have Gilbert Arenas on the Hot Seat LA.
He was ready.
So, recently, the Lakers picked up LeBron James. He's been with the team for a while now. Do you think that LeBron will be able to carry the team to get a championship? And they just picked up DeMarcus Cousins as well, and he just had an injury. So now he's going to be sitting out and not playing. What do you think as far as, do you think the Lakers are making some great moves? And do you think LeBron is going to be able to, bring a championship home to LA?
The smartest move the Lakers did was getting Anthony Davis.
Wow.
And what's hilarious about this deal is you had Kyle Kuzma the first time when they offered you. When Magic Johnson offered you the deal, you had Kyle Kuzma also.
Right.
And you turned it down to, not have him this time. So, keeping Kyle Kuzma, bringing in Anthony Davis, keeping Rondo, surrounding pieces around Los Angeles. Bringing in Cousins was an amazing, underrated move.
Right.
Unfortunately, he got hurt. Then now signing Dwight. I've seen a lot of people say, why would you sign Dwight? And I spoke to LeBron a little bit about, like who y'all looking at now? Like, me and him talk all the time. And he's like, I'm trying to find somebody who complements all of us. Okay. you like Dwight? He was like, yeah, I like Dwight. Can he still play? I was like, well, 17-12 2 years ago, 30-30 last year before he got hurt. If you want to dominate, find people who are dominant. You know, and once I said that, he understood. I get it. I said, just make sure he dominates the defensive glass and the defensive end.
Does his job.
And that's what like media understands. How are you saying Lakers don't go after Dwight Howard? He's dominant. What, 30, 20 games? How many 20 games did Noah get? None. He's never learned how to tap into anything great. Like he was a great defender, but when it comes to dominating, changing the game, you want to bring as many of those pieces with you.
And it's all about him playing in that chemistry too, because I think, like you said, there's certain people that make certain people play good. I think Kobe took the bubble, busted the bubble with Dwight.
What's so funny is Dwight's first year. You got to remember, I just had him in Orlando,
right?
So I seen what this guy tapped into. I mean, when it came to defense, there was nobody. When he was angry, ain't nobody coming in this lane scoring. Y'all might as well shoot jumpers the rest of the game because you ain't getting past big fella. I mean, that's what he was. He was a defensive juggernaut, right? He hurt his back. He comes to LA. The move he did was playing while being injured, right?
Right.
So now he's not playing to play and dominate. He's playing only to prove he's hurt. So look at me, I'm hurt. I'm running down. You can see I'm not the same guy. Give me some slack.
Right.
So people didn't understand that. Like, and he still averaged 17-12 that year. And you booed this man.
That's true. Wow. That's true.
And that was the thing. You booed the guy who was averaging 17-12 who just got off of surgery. Like Michael Porter, was it Michael Porter Jr.? The young kid, Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah.
The same back injury, he still ain't played in 3 years. So you need to like really think about Dwight was back a couple months with that back injury.
Yeah.
This guy hasn't played in 3 years because that's what it does. So he had to play through pain just to prove
that he can do it.
Yep.
That he can do it. And you're talking about a guy who was 24 at the time, and you ran him out of LA. And you ran him out of LA because what? Kobe, Steve Nash, and D'Antoni didn't
like him.
But the man averaged 17-12. Like what more can you have asked?
You're saying some good things, and you should be on TNT. What's going on, man? You got great knowledge of this game.
I'm laying it down.
Because you're making sense. I mean, it's the truth though, because him coming back, I think is going to really open up a lot of people's eyes in LA. Like, okay, now Dwight is able to play because LeBron is that guy, I think, that brings everyone, includes everyone. He knows he sets everybody up. He knows how to set everybody up. So you're right. I think it's going to be really a great pick.
I'm pretty sure that I'm not even pretty sure. I know for a fact that he will be comeback player of the year, which is stupid because he haven't went anywhere. But he's going to get that award just because. Mess around, be all team defense because that's what he is. He's a defender. He is a great defender. So now now LeBron and Anthony Davis and Rondo, they get to relax a lot more. So LeBron being, I need to put my energy in defense. Oh, no. He don't got to do that much anymore. Like people don't understand. People's looking at the Clippers.
That's going to be a good team too.
They're going to be, listen, they're going to be cool. But you don't have a lineup that will have LeBron at 6'10", Kuzma at 6'10", Anthony Davis at 6'10", and a Dwight Howard or JaVale McGee at 7 foot on the same court, and all of them are freak athletes.
Yes.
I don't care if you have Paul George and Kawhi. You step on the floor against those four, what are you actually going to do?
Well, they also have Lou Williams too.
What are you going to do against 4 players that's sitting at 6'10", jumping at shots?
That's true.
That's what I said. They're big and athletic.
LA is going to be dominant.
They're going to dominate the defensive end.
Beastie.
That's what Lakers are going to be, a defensive dominant team.
Real quick, because I know we run out of time. Is the Warriors over? Is the dynasty over?
Listen.
I gotta ask.
Listen, I can tell you this. The way they spend money over there, baby, you can't count them out. I'm saying, it's not like that. Hey, it's not like that organization is cheap. You know what I mean? So whoever they need to get, they're gonna get. But as of competing for next year, nah, they're not. I mean, it's losing Kevin Durant it hurt them. Yeah. And I know what people saying. Well, we won without Kevin Durant. Yeah. A lot has changed since 1965. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. It's 3 years ago was a long time ago. Them Honda is not. Them Hondas ain't good no more. They done updated, baby, to the 2020s. Right. You know, so it's each year you still got to get better. They lost that draft, so they got to figure out how to bring a dominant player over there.
Well, we got to have you come back on the show,
absolutely.
Because this has been great. Give it up for Gilbert Arenas. NBA's Gilbert Arenas is here in the studio here on Hot Seat LA on Dash Talk X Radio. And Gil, what's your Instagram so everybody knows?
No.chill.com. Gil. To be honest, I don't know. I just be like no chill Gil. You know what I mean? You know.
So
you can follow me if you want to. You know what I mean? I don't care. You know.
Oh my God.
I just hate when people are like, yo, I'm gonna unfollow you, motherfucker. I didn't even know you was following me.
So what does it really matter?
What's yours, Nat?
Jules, JULEZSSS_.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and DJ Q Nice on Instagram.
And I am at Dave Brown USA, And also, everybody follow the YouTube page where you can see this interview with Gilbert Arenas on YouTube, Hot Seat LA. Hot Seat LA on the YouTube. And, we got to get on out of here. But, it's a great show. And thanks, Gil. We appreciate you, bro.
Thank you for having me.
Always open to come in. Whatever you got going on, we got you. And
Steven Jackson for coming.
Steven Jackson, thank you for coming on. And we are out of here. Q, give us out.
Indeed.
Let's go.
Each and every Tuesday, it's Hot Seat LA, 6 p.m. Pacific on Dash Radio Talk X. Check us out on Instagram and YouTube at Hot Seat LA. For Dave Brown, Natalie J, and DJ Q Nice, this has been Hot Seat LA.